Welcome to the St. Patrick-ish show. First, I was going to call it St. Patrick's show and play a bunch of Irish stuff, but you know what? I called it St. Patrick-ish because we got some stuff from the area there, England and Scotland and Celtic kind of stuff. But then I found out, and I absolutely anchored in that because St. Patrick of Ireland wasn't actually Irish. Let me bring his little picture up here. I couldn't find a birth date, but I know that when he was 16, he was captured by Irish pirates from his home in Britain and is taken to a slave to Ireland to look after the animals. He lived there for 6 years before escaping and returning back to Britain with his family. He became a cleric and then returned to Ireland later on and served as a bishop. I guess the most well-known legend of St. Patrick is that he explained the Holy Trinity, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, using the 3 leaves of an Irish clover or a shamrock. St. Patrick's Day is observed on March 17th, supposedly the day of his death. Anyway, we got a lot of great songs, a lot of great stories to go with the songs. Reminder again, these songs, they're a lot of old world songs. A lot of great musicians playing along and hopefully telling the stories of the songs. And you can find my stuff on Roger Carlson Music or my Facebook page here, Roger Carlson Music. I got some more shows coming up, and I've had more shows in the past. So I want to thank everybody that's contributed. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started on this. Okay, David Kavanaugh sent me a song. Nice radio. And he's got Whiskey in the Jar. Dave had a show right after mine. You could probably catch. Just look up David Kavanaugh Music on Facebook.
Hey, good evening, everybody. David Kavanaugh coming to you from the Music Loft here in beautiful Door County, Wisconsin. Friend Roger asked for Irish drinking songs, or specifically Celtic songs this week. And I asked if an Irish drinking song would work, and he said yes. This is by far the most famous Irish drinking song, I believe, that there is, the only one that I know. And Metallica does a great cover version of this. If you're looking for fun music, check this out after you get done watching Roger tonight. Anyway, this is Whiskey in the Jar. I was driving over the far from Kelly Mountain, met the Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. First produced me a pistol, then produced me a rapier, saying stand and deliver, for you are the great deceiver. Bonjour, da da da, walk by the daddy-o, walk by the daddy-o, that's whiskey in the jar. Up his money, made a pretty penny, put it in my pocket and I took it home to Jenny. She smiled and she swore that she never would deceive me. The devil take the women and they never do come easy. Bonjour, da da da, walk by the daddy-o, walk by the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Bedchamber for to take a slumber, dreamt of gold and jewels and it really was no wonder. Jenny took me charges out, filled them up with water, said for Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter. Bonjour, da da da, walk by the daddy-o, walk by the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Before I rose to travel, came a band of footmen and likewise Captain Farrell. First produced me a pistol, for she'd stolen away me rapier. Couldn't shoot the water, so a prisoner I was taken. Bonjour, da da da, walk by the daddy-o, walk by the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Bonjour, da da da.
this is kind of tight. And I bet they didn't know they had mushrooms growing in the house. Nice radios. Next up is Brooklyn Ed. And he's got a song called The Fields of Athenry. And he's got the story behind it too, so thank you for that.
Okay, so Roger asked me if I knew any Celtic music, and at the time I didn't, but I went out and looked a few things up here. This is one of the first songs that popped up. It's a song by the Dubliners, among others, called The Fields of Athenry. Roger did a little research on that, and I looked up a couple things too. But Athenry is a real town in County Galway in Ireland, and it was it suffered in the potato famine back in the 1840s. And this is a song about central character Michael. That might be fictitious, but everything around it is true story. There's a character in here, a Charles Edward Trevelyan, who was a British authority there that I understand he was notorious for stating that yes, there was a potato famine there, but that the citizens could subsist on corn. Only problem was that wasn't Iowa. Corn was very expensive and pretty much out of reach for the regular folks there. Now, it just so happened that Mr. Trevelyan had some to sell, but nobody could afford it, and our character Michael, rather than watching his child starve, he decided to steal some of the corn. And the child survived. Michael was caught, and he was shipped off to a prison colony in Botany Bay, Australia. And this is a song about him leaving. It's called The Fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl calling, Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's corn, that the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. Now it's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebelled, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the fall free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. By a lonely harbor wall, she watched the last star falling. As the prison ship sailed out against the sky, for she'd live in hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. It's so lonely around the fields of of Avonrai. Low ride the fields of Avonrai, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. Now it's so lonely around the fields of Avonrai. Low lie the fields of Avonrai, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. Now it's so lonely around the fields of Avonrai. Fields of Avonrai. Thank you again, Roger, for letting us do this, for doing all you do to bring this to us every week, knocking yourself out and all. Want you to know we all really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. We'll see you all next time.
Next up is Angie Gakey, and she's been on the show before. You can find her at Angie Gakey Music on Facebook. She's got YouTube, and I had her on when I was on that slow internet service. It was really terrible, but I hope to get her on again. She's got her own show, usually on Fridays. And she's starting off this new thing, a Kickstarter. If you go to Kickstarter.com, you can find her, back her, support her, check her stuff out. It's really good. Anyway, this is Angie Gakey with a Gaelic blessing.
Hey, Roger and friends. I'm going to sing, it's like a Gaelic blessing. I learned it when I was a little kid, and it's just really sweet. So here you go. May the road rise up to meet you, and the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall softly, softly on your fields. And until we meet again, and until we meet again, my friends, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. May the road rise up to meet you, and the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall softly, softly on your fields. And until we meet again, and until we meet again, my friends, may God hold you
Okay, Mandy and I have a song we're going to do for you. And then a little segue from this image. Rainbow pot of gold at the end. It's all magic. We got a little magic trick at the end we're going to try. Okay. Let me see if I can get Mandy, who's up in Evan's apartment in Milwaukee. There we go. Mandy,
Hi.
hey, can you hear me okay? Your mic work?
I think I can hear you.
I can hear you too. That's cool. Hey, let's do a song.
Okay.
Hark when the night is falling, hear the crowds are calling, loudly and proudly coming down through the land. There where the hills are sleeping now, feel the blood beating high on the spirits of the old fighting men. Towering and gallant flames, Scotland, my mountain home, high and proud, may your tendons gloriously wave. Land of my high endeavor, land of the shining river, land of my heart forever, Scotland the brave. High in the misty highlands, out by the purple highlands, brave are the hearts that beneath the Scottish sky. Wild are the winds that meet you, staunch are the friends that greet you, only in love on the sun maiden's eye. Towering in gallant flames, Scotland, my mountain home, loud and proud, may your standards gloriously wave. Land of my high endeavor, land of the shining river, land of my heart forever, Scotland the brave. Far off in sunlit places that are the Scottish faces, burning to fill the Scottish rain. What people needing, what sets the heart dreaming, longing and dreaming of homeland again. Towering in gallant flames, Scotland, my mountain home, clear and true, may your pendants gloriously wave. Land of my high endeavor, land of the shining river, land of my heart forever, Scotland brave. Wow, we're still in sync. It's like we were right next to each other. That's cool. Hey, you know what? I wanted to show people this trick that, let me see. I gotta wear these so I can hear you. How are things up there? Is the weather okay?
It's kind of cold.
Is it, you like the apartment?
Yeah, I think it's pretty nice.
That's neat.
Old, vintage.
All right. So I have a deck of cards here, and let me show the camera and show you that you can see these are just like normal cards, right?
Yep.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna just. I'm not the best shuffler in the world, but I'm gonna turn my eyes and just grab one. All right. Now, can you tell me what that card is?
4 of clubs.
Oh my gosh, amazing. All right, hang on. A harder one here. Perhaps this.
6 of clubs.
Oh my gosh, that's. All right, hang on. Let me really shuffle these up. Okay. I'm not giving you any hints or anything. Just, you know what? I'll just pull one randomly out here. All right. Oh, that's. Hang on. Whoops. Okay. How about that?
That's a 5 of clubs.
Oh my gosh. I dropped some on my guitar here. Hang on. It's hard to shuffle with one hand. Just a minute. Did you see the show last week on dogs?
I saw a little bit of it, yeah.
You were on there. And I have the horse one coming up pretty soon. You're going to talk on that one a little bit?
Maybe. I make no promises.
All right, that's okay. All right, let me just pull this. All right.
Four parts.
That is amazing. That is just amazing. Here, try me. You have to hold it closer to the camera. That's a king of spades. Am I right? Oh, that's off. Here, hand that back. Oh, it's a queen of spades. Okay. Anyway, all right. Maybe I'll get Mandy on for the horses next time. Enjoy Milwaukee.
I will. Thank you.
Next up is Kat Eggleston. She's a very renowned Celtic and folk singer. She's got a lot of original, let me call this up, a lot of original stuff of her own. She's been doing this for quite a while. She's got a lot of CDs out there. She also, she's very busy. She does online guitar lessons from beginning to intermediate to advanced, finger picking styles, Celtic styles, folk styles, all you name it. I've been taking lessons from her, and my son's been taking lessons from her. That's kind of neat. She's an amazing person, and I appreciate her taking the time out to do this. Here's Kat Eggleston.
Hey, Roger. Happy St. Patrick's Month. Thanks once again for doing this. This is a little courtship song called Heather on the Moor. As I rode out one fine May morning, calm and clear was the weather, I chanced to roam some miles from home among the beautiful blooming heather, heather on the moor, over the heather, over the moor and among the heather. I chanced to roam some miles from home among the beautiful blooming heather, heather on the moor. As I rode along with my hunting song, my heart as light as any feather, I met a pretty maid on her way, tripping the dew down from the heather, heather on the moor, over the heather, over the moor and among the heather. I met a pretty maid on her way, tripping the dew down from the heather, heather on the moor. Oh, where are you going, my pretty fair maid, by hill or dale? Tell me whither. Right modestly she answered me, to the feeding of my lambs together, heather on the moor, over the heather, over the moor, among the heather. Right modestly she answered me, to the feeding of my lambs together, heather on the moor. So we both shook hands, down we sat, it being the longest day of the summer, and we sat till the red setting beams of the sun came sparkling down among the heather, heather on the moor, over the heather, over the moor and among the heather. And we sat till the red setting beams of the sun came sparkling down among the heather, heather on the moor. Oh, now she said I must away, my lambs and my sheep, they've strayed from the other. But I am loath to part from you, as those fond lambs are to part their mother, heather on the moor, over the heather, over the moor and among the heather.
This is the Sweet Tone. I have the Walton and the Fee Dog. I kind of like the Sweet Tone better. I was this time last year when I was doing that. We were doing the Celtic thing at Cool Beans, and I was trying to be able to play along, but it takes some breath control and it takes a lot of learning. I did try this to play along and play the guitar, but the timing is terrible on this. I do like this song, Leaving Liverpool. But anyway, I got a hold of this lady, Cutie Pie, Stephanie Burton, and she has on her YouTube page comparisons of different types of flutes, how to play, tips, tabs, and I asked her if she would do a Irish tune for me, and I'll put the links in the video here for you. Anyway, this is Stephanie Burton. This is the St. John River in New Brunswick. And I've asked Jesse Ferguson to do Mary and the Soldier, so he plops right down here and does it. Song Mary and the Soldier, it's a fairly recent origin. It's first collected around the 1900s. It's from both sides of the Atlantic, but most likely of English origin. It's a story of the king's daughter. She's walking with her mother and father, the king and queen, viewing the soldiers before they leave for battle. She takes a fancy to one of them and is mad at her father for sending him off. The soldier is so impressed by her loyalty that he marries her before he goes away. Some versions has her going along dressed up in men's clothing or going along as a drummer boy or something. But this is Jesse Ferguson, and let me bring up his page there, jessefergusonmusic.com. Make sure and look him up. He's got some great stuff. He's got some originals, does a lot of old folk covers. Great. He's on YouTube and Facebook. You can find him. And I thank him for sending me this. Jesse Ferguson.
Guacamole land so high renowned, I would hear of the fair young maiden as she roped out of the summer's day for to view the soldiers parading. They march so bold and they look so gay, their colors flying and the bands did play. It calls young Mary for to say how we do, my gallant soldier. But she viewed the soldiers on parade, and as they stood at their leisure, young Mary to herself did say, at last I found my treasure. But oh, how cruel my parents must be to banish me, darling, so far from me. But I'll leave them all, and I'll go with thee, me bold and undaunted soldier. Oh, Mary dear, your parents' love, I pray don't be unruly. But when we're in the foreign land, believe me, you'll rue it surely. Perhaps in battle I might fall from a shot from an angry cannonball. And you so far from your daddy's hall, be advised by a gallant soldier. When I have 50 guineas in bright gold, and likewise a heart that's bolder, I'll leave it all and go with you, me bold and daunted soldier. So don't say no, but let me go, and I will fix the daring foe. And we'll march together to and fro, and I'll wed you, my gallant soldier. And when he'd seen her loyalty and Mary so true-hearted, he said, me darling, married with me, and nothing but death will part us. When we're in the foreign land, I'll guard you, darling, with my right hand. And hopes that God might stand a friend to marry and a gallant soldier. When we're in a foreign land, I'll guard you, darling, my right hand. And hopes that God might stand a friend to marry and a gallant soldier.
All right, so next up is Scott Arlen. And just in case you're wondering, see if you can guess this song. Here's the high road, and here's the low road, and here's Loch Lomond. Beautiful. Actually, looks like some good fish in there. Anyway, here's Scott Arlen.
I'm afraid this one has a very similar format. Sorry about that. Anyways. By yon bonny banks and yon bonny bridge, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, where me and my true love will ever want to gaze on the bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, you'll take the high road, I'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland before ya, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny banks of Loch Lomond. 'Twas there that we parted by yon shady glen, on the steep, steep sides of Ben Lomond, where in deep purple hue the Highland hills we view, and the moon coming out in the gloaming. So you take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland before ya, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Now the wee birdies sing and the wildflowers spring, and in sunshine the waters lie sleeping, but broken hearts will ken no second spring again, and the woeful may cease frae their grieving. Oh, you take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland before ya, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond.
This is Killarney, magnificent. Next we have Larry Boyd, and he's got a song, John Riley, or Johnny Riley. But I found out this song is actually derived from Homer's Odyssey, interpreted through the 17th century English folk ballad tradition. Great song.
Thanks, Roger, again for having me on your show. A famous show was for Celtic music. Celtics is kind of a culture that was around the late 1400s, 1500s when it started. And it is in Ireland and Scotland, but there was also a fringe along the southwestern side of England. The song I'm going to do is an old England folk song, so I'm going to make a stretch that it came from the southwestern part of England. A lot of English folk songs and Celtic songs were about husbands or wives going off and maybe not coming back, or later they come back. It's either about losing a loved one or a lover or something like that, and hopefully they came back. That's exactly what this song is about. This is called John Riley. All in her garden, strange young man came riding by with her young maid. Will you marry me? His lips was her reply. No, kind sir, I cannot bear you, for I will love herself deep thought sleep. He's been gone these 7 years. Still I shall marry you, for like he's died, her innocent and a slave, with each ground want you running free. Say we go home. I want you love. And you alone. Lost and right. Say we go home. I want you love. And you alone. Lost and right. Thank you.
Next up is Andrew Calhoun, and this guy is an amazing folk singer. He's got a lot of originals too. If you go to his YouTube page, there it is. Just hit subscribe and look up some of the other stuff he's got. He's got a lot of songs in there. Anyway, this is Andrew Calhoun with the Spalpeens Hammer, and he explains that.
It's a song, a 19th century song credited to Diarmid O'Ryan, called The Spalpeen's Complaint of a Galbally Farmer. A Spalpeen was a migrant worker who owned one tool, so he would rent himself to farmers for the harvest season, and of course make up songs. So Michaelmas is September 29th. Here we go. Spalpeen's Complaint of a Galbally Farmer. One evening of late, as I happened to stray to the county Tipperary, I straight took my way to dig the potatoes and work by the day. I hired with a Galbally farmer. I asked him how far we were bound for to go. The night it was dark and the north wind did blow. I was hungry and tired and my spirits were low. I'd got neither whiskey nor cordial. This miserable miser, he mounted his steed. To the Galbally mountains he posted with speed. Surely I thought that my poor heart would bleed as I tried to keep up with his travel. When we came to his cottage, I entered it first. It seemed like a kennel or ruined old church. Says I to myself, I am left in the lurch in the house of old Darby O'Leary. By what he had said to me, I understood that my bed in the barn, it was not very good. The blanket was made at the time of the flood, the quilt and the sheets in proportion. 'Twas on this old miser I looked with a frown when the straw was brought out for to make my shakedown. I wished that I never saw Galbally town or the sky over Darby O'Leary. I well recollect it was Michaelmas night. To a hearty good supper he did me invite. A cup of sour milk that was more green than white, 'twould give ye the trot in disorder. The wet old potatoes would poison the cat, and the barn where my bed was swarming with rats. 'Tis little I thought it would e'er be my lot to lie in that hole until morning. I've worked in Kilconnell, I've worked in Kilmore, I've worked in Knockany and Shanballymore, at Palisanicker and Sallowadmore, with decent, respectable farmers. I've worked in Tipperary, the Rag and Rose Green, the Mount of Kilpatrick, the Bridge of Aline. Such woeful starvation I'd never yet seen as I got from old Darby O'Leary.
Okay, the name of this song is 4-4 Sodger. And I will tell you that I don't know if it's actually 4-4 or 4-far. I've seen it spelled both ways and I've seen it pronounced both ways, but it's easier for me to say 4-4. So here I am, 4-4 Scotland in 1700s about this is. And about that time, David Shaw, a local poet, was born in 1786. This song was passed down through generations. And the story tells of life in the outskirts, how tough it was. So it encouraged most youngsters to join up Wellington's British Army. And so here he goes and gets injured in Spain and then endures this long trek home to the respectable life of a pensioned soldier. Now, legend has it that same character went on to invent the world's famous 4-4, and I don't know if it's Bridie or Bridie, I think it's Bridie. The 4-4 Bridie as an ideal lunch for a soldier and plowman. Look at this. Let me get a picture of it. It looks kind of like a meat pie. It's some meat and some spices and stuff inside crust. Kind of like a hamburger, I think. I don't know. Anyway, now this food, the 4-4 Bridie, was mentioned in J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan, who was born about that same time. That's kind of interesting. So you learn about food here too, huh? All right, so here's the song. It's a true story. Neat story. I'm liking it. Oh, let me get the Bridie out of there. In 4-4 I was born and bred. At faith I do think shame, sir, to tell of the weary life I led before I left my home, sir. Run, diddly-di-di-di-do. When I was 6, I got to school because it was fashion, and I like Sunday to the church to save me, oh, a thrashing around, diddly-di-di-di-do. There I learned to read and write, count the rule of 3, sir. But a nobler thought came into my head, a soldier I would be, sir. Diddly-di-di-di-do. So I go down to 4-4 town, was in 4-4 county, and I listed there with Sergeant Boone for 40 pounds of bounty. We spent the most of our time just marching up and down, sir, with a feather bonnet in my head and a pother for the crown, sir. But figs, they got me changed my tune and sent me off to Spain, sir, with 40 regiments in a row, come marching o'er the plains, sir. For 3 long days and nights we fought, I thought it'd never end, sir, till a bullet came fussling through my leg and I up and fired again, sir. The doctor came and dressed my wounds and swore I would be lame, sir, but I got a hold of some Oxford staffs and come crying home again, sir. Now all the troubles I've been through I scarcely seem to mention. Now I'm back in 4-4 Shire and living off my pension. True story. 4-4 Brighty. Look it up. Make it. Have it. Try it. Let me know how it tastes. Here I am in Dublin. Beautiful, beautiful city. And next up, we have Susan McPeters with Wild Mountain Time.
I'm Susan McPeters, and I'm going to be performing an Irish song that's really not that old. However, it's also very popular in Scotland, so much so that a lot of people think it is a Scottish song. I happened to hear it recently in a movie of the same name, Wild Mountain Time. I hope you enjoy it. Oh, the summertime has come, and the trees are sweetly blooming, where the wild mountain thyme grows around the bloomin' heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together where the wild mountain thyme grows around the bloomin' heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love above on pure crystal fountains, and around it I will place all the colors of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love were gone, I would surely find another, and to her I will sing things that make her know I want her. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together where the wild mountain thyme grows around the bloomin' heather. Will you go, lassie, go?
I'm here in Belfast, the capital and the largest city of Northern Ireland. Population over 350,000. But here's Bruce Boyd.
So this song comes from Northern Ireland, where by the time it came around, the English were no longer considered Celts. They all were through the Middle Ages. As the German influence came in, they kind of died out and adopted new traditions. So the earliest I could find anything about this song was 1513, about a rich lady entices a young man to spend the night with her because her husband's gone. Well, he shows up with the help of his servant and winds up killing poor Maddie, and then confronts his wife and kills her as well. At the end, he says to bury them in a grave, put her on top because she was a noblekin. Well, this is not the song I originally planned to do. I'll give you like 3 seconds or so of it. Maybe more than 3. So, anyway, the language is beautiful. I can see it would take me months to get the intonation correct, so maybe next year, who knows. So anyway, the Fairport Convention made this popular. I think I have an album from 1968. So anyway, I had to doctor a few verses just to make it, who knows, politically correct. So enjoy if you will, and if you don't, well, bless you anyway. Bye. Holiday, holiday, first one of the year. The wife came into the church, gospel for to hear. When the meeting it was done, she cast her eyes about. There she saw little Matty Grow walking in the crowd. Come home with me, little Matty Grow. Come home with me tonight. Come home with me, little Matty Grow, and sleep with me till light. Oh, I can't come home, I won't come home and sleep with you tonight. By the rings on your fingers, I can tell you're Lord Donald's wife. Well, it's true, I am Lord Donald's wife. Lord Donald's not at home, and he is out in the far cornfield, bringing the yearling home. And the servant who was standing by, hearing what was said, he swore Lord Donald he would know, for the sun had set. And in his hurry to carry the news, he bent his breast and ran. And when he got to the broad mill stream, he took off his shoes and swam. Little Matty Grove, he lay down and took a little sleep. When he awoke, Lord Donald was standing at his feet, saying, how do you like my feather bed? And how do you like my sheet? And how do you like my lady who lies in your arms asleep? Oh, well, I like your feather bed, and well, I like your sheets, but better I like your lady gay who lies in my arms asleep. So they have a fight. Lord Donald kills poor Matty. And Lord Donald, he took his wife and he sat her on his knee, saying, who do you like the best of us, Matty Groves or me? And up spoke his own dear wife, never heard to speak so free. I'd rather kiss from dead Matty's lips you your finery.
One last song to round out the evening. There I am. There's Stephanie. There's Scott Arlen, and there's Janie Tiska. And we put on a little Celtic show last year about this time at Cool Beans. And this one song, The Scotsman, I love it. So I'm going to play that.
What you do, hands up in the air like this. Let's try it. And go like this. And go like this. And go like that. Now we're going to speed it up a little bit. Get close again. Great. Like, oh, okay.
Don't encourage him, please. Don't encourage him.
Twice. Yay, there we go. Okay. All you have to do is clap twice afterwards. The lovely assistant Stephanie will show you how. See? Just like that. Just like that. Right. It's a true story, by the way. It is.
I've noticed it. Yeah, everything is.
Well, a Scotsman clad in kilt left the bar one evening fair, and you could tell by the way he walked he drank more than his share. He staggered round and two, could no longer keep his feet, but he stumbled off into the grass to sleep beside the street. Ring ding diddly I-O, ring ding diddly I-day. He stumbled off into the grass to sleep beside the street. About that time, two young and lovely girls were passing by, and one says to the other with a twinkle in her eye, see yon sleeping Scotsman, so strong and handsome built, I wonder if it's true what they don't wear beneath their kilt. Ring ding diddly I-O, ring ding diddly I wonder if it's true what they don't wear beneath their kilt. They crept up that went sweeping Scotsman quiet as could be, and lifted up his kilt about an inch so they could see. And there behold for them to see beneath his Scottish shirt was nothing more than God had graced him with upon his birth. Oh, ring ding diddle oh, ring ding diddle was nothing but God had graced him with upon his birth. They marveled for a moment, and they said that they must be gone. But let's leave him a souvenir before we travel on. As a gift they left a blue silk ribbon tied into a bow. Around the bonny star the Scotsman kilted lift and showed. Ring ding diddle oh, ring ding diddle around the bonny star the Scotsman kilted lift and showed. Down Scotsman rose to nature's call and he headed for a tree. He lifted up his kilt and he gawks what he has seen. And in his drunken voice he says, what's before his eyes? Oh lad, I don't know where you've been, but I see you one first mile. Ring ding diddle oh, ring ding diddle oh lad, I don't know where you've been, but I see you one first prize. Woo!
Hey, thanks for joining this Saturday's show. It was a lot of fun, a lot of great music. And next week will probably be a mild one. The one after that, I don't know if I'll do horses or boats and ships. Pretty soon I'm going to kind of slow down a little bit because of the nice weather. It's been a long time coming, huh? Everybody have a great St. Patrick's Day. Thanks again.